My fiancé said my family's traditions were outdated and refused to join us. So I went alone to every celebration. Now she cries seeing herself missing from all the photos. I'm Daniel, 34M, living in Ohio. 2 years ago, I met Lauren at a friend's engagement party. First, everything felt simple. We started seeing each other regularly, and during that first year, things were smooth, almost effortless. But when the holiday season arrived, that's when the cracks began to appear. My family is big and close. We celebrate everything, from Christmas to Easter, from birthdays to random barbecue days whenever the weather is nice. We sing old songs passed down from generations. We cook meals my grandparents once taught us how to prepare. We always say grace before dinner. My parents have been married for 40 years, and they still hold hands like young lovers. To me, that's normal. That's home. First, Lauren thought it was sweet. She even said it out loud once. But slowly, that sweetness turned into something else. At our first Thanksgiving dinner at my parents' home, when everyone bowed their heads for prayer, I heard a soft sigh escape her lips. Later, she told me it felt a bit much. At Christmas, my mom brought out the box of handmade ornaments, each one marked with a year in faded marker. Every December we add another. Lauren looked at them and said, "Cute, but kinda stuck in time, huh?" I tried to laugh it off, telling myself she just didn't grow up the same way. When my mom's birthday came, we did what we always do. Each person shares one thing they love about her. When it was my turn, I said that my mom has a way of making every room feel warmer. Lauren leaned in close to me and whispered, "This feels like a meeting." Her words carried a sharpness that stung, but I let it slide. I kept hoping she'd come to understand, that she'd see the beauty in these small rituals that hold my family together. But the turning point came when my niece's baptism was approaching. I sat with Lauren in the kitchen going over the weekend plans. I told her we'd be going to church in the morning and then to my sister's house for lunch. She put down her coffee cup and said, "I'm not going, Daniel. Honestly, your family's traditions are outdated. I'm not wasting another weekend pretending I enjoy them." Her words landed hard. I looked at her, thinking about my parents saving us seats at every gathering, about my niece in her white dress, about my mom always cooking extra food just in case. But I didn't argue. I didn't raise my voice. I simply said, "Fair enough." That weekend I went alone. My mom asked where Lauren was, and I told her she had other plans. I didn't want to bring drama into a day that was supposed to be joyful. My family welcomed me warmly as always. I laughed with my cousins, took photos with my niece, and for the first time in a while, I didn't have to look over my shoulder, wondering if someone was upset. When I returned home, Lauren was on the couch scrolling her phone. She looked up, gave me a quick, "Hey," and went back to it. "No, how was it?" "No curiosity." I took that as my answer. From then on, the pattern continued. My dad's birthday came, I went alone. Easter arrived, again I went alone. When my aunt hosted a barbecue, Lauren said, "I'm not wasting another Saturday like that." Eventually, I stopped asking her. Not as a punishment, but as acceptance. She had made it clear she didn't want to be part of it, so I stopped forcing the question. Oddly enough, I started to feel lighter. At these gatherings, I could just be myself without the quiet sighs, the eye rolls, or the whispers that made me feel like I was trapped between two worlds. Months later, my cousin posted a photo album on Facebook. "Another great family weekend," the caption read. There I was in the pictures, laughing with my nephew, holding a plate of food, standing beside my parents. That night, Lauren walked into the living room with her phone in hand. "Daniel, why does it look like you went without me?" she asked, her eyes narrowing. I looked up from my laptop and said, "Because I did." She crossed her arms. "So now they think I hate them." I shrugged. "You said you didn't want to waste time with outdated traditions. Remember?" Her expression shifted, but she didn't deny it. Deep down, she knew exactly what she had said. After that, something changed between us. We weren't fighting, but we weren't close either. Evening walks, shared shows, dinner conversations, they all started to fade. My family stopped asking when she would join us. They still loved me, but the excitement about the wedding dimmed. Lauren started making side comments when she saw family photos online. "Guess I'm invisible now," she'd say with a half-joke that wasn't really a joke. I didn't know how to respond. She wasn't in the pictures because she'd chosen not to be. Weeks passed, and suddenly her tone began to shift. She asked about my mom's birthday, about which sister had twins. At first, I thought maybe she was genuinely trying. But when I saw her Instagram post a few days later, "Sometimes traditions need modern love to grow," I realized it was more about image than heart. My family followed her online. She wasn't trying to reconnect. She was trying to fix how she looked. Eventually, my mom invited both of us to a spring cookout. To my surprise, Lauren said yes. She spent hours getting ready, trying on different outfits, saying she just wanted to look approachable. At the cookout, my family was polite but distant. No one was rude, but no one rushed to welcome her either. She felt the coldness right away. At one point, she whispered to me, "Why are they acting like strangers?" And deep down, she already knew the answer. Later, when dessert was served, my mom gently said to her, "We don't see you much anymore. We stopped waiting up for you." The words weren't angry, but they carried weight. On the drive home, Lauren said softly, "They hate me now." I told her, "They don't hate you. They just don't know who you are anymore." She looked at me with tired eyes and said, "You should have defended me." But how could I defend her when she had mocked everything they held dear? She tried hard after that, hosting dinner for my parents, showing up at gatherings, smiling, helping out. On the surface, it looked right, but deep down, it felt forced. Her smiles didn't reach her eyes. Her laughter came a moment too late. It wasn't cruelty, but it was distance. The kind that shows up when you're trying to prove something instead of truly believing it. One night, as we sat with the wedding planner, she paused when asked about the ceremony. "Maybe we should wait," she said. That's when I knew. It wasn't just about holidays or prayer before dinner. It was about values. I wanted a life built on family, warmth, and traditions. She wanted a life without them. Neither of us was wrong. We just weren't right together. We ended the engagement quietly. No yelling, no drama. Just silence between two people who realized love alone wasn't enough. My mom cried when I told her, but she said, "Better now than later." Months passed, and one warm evening I found myself at another family dinner. Laughter filled the air, kids ran across the lawn, and my parents sat side by side, still holding hands. Someone snapped a photo, and later, I looked at it. There I was, surrounded by love, surrounded by home, and Lauren wasn't in it. I appreciate you staying with me till the end. If you enjoy stories like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more.